lot, I'd get one, but
It's good. We'll say good morning to Tammy because she's the first one that hopped on, and I like it because she's got flags for her little person.
Oh, neat.
And Kelly's here too, so we have a Kelly and a
And a
Tammy.
Tammy.
And a Chris,
And Chris.
and another Kelly. And look at Chris's shirt, everybody.
Woohoo!
Our shirts are finally here. It took most of the summer, but we did get our new shirts, and I am so excited about that.
It is so comfy and soft. I love it.
And Chris, you've done fashion shows for one of the boutiques here in town. So
Yes.
maybe we should have just had you do your walk.
Oh, man.
Do her walk and strut her stuff
Yeah,
and
well,
show it.
That's probably not going to happen.
So, well, here's our lineup for today. Chris is here, and she has a new design for a card front, which I think is really fun. And I think it's going to be possibly the next Rip and Flip, which is a classic that everybody loves.
Yes.
And so we have Chris here, and we have 2 Blue Ribbon products. And I say this every morning, but if you are new to Memory Bound or just joining us or new to Iowa, it's the Iowa State Fair last week and this week. And so we are having Blue Ribbon products that each of our staff members have picked out their favorite product in the store, and it was really hard. So we're going to have 2 of those today, Chris's and Val's. And we've got some t-shirts to show, and it's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great Thursday.
It's always a great day if you're at Memory Bound.
What do they call it? Thirsty Thursday or something like that, Chris?
Maybe. I haven't heard that one.
So yeah, that's a good one. So let's first of all, before we get rolling here, I want everybody to know, I want everyone to see the shirts. And Chris, we have a question from Chris. She wants to know what color your shirt is. Do you happen to remember the color name?
Oh, golly. I don't.
a
Wine,
V-neck.
maybe?
Maybe
It is a
wine.
V-neck. And it's not a low V-neck. Sometimes,
They're good
you worry.
V-necks.
It's a good V-neck. I know it's not red, so I would say probably wine.
Probably the wine. There's
Yeah.
probably not a lot of choices. And when you order, you go to V-neck or crew neck. And so if you go to V-neck, you'll find Chris's shirt. All right, Chris, let's take a little
Okay.
walk around. I'd like to show Diane's shirt. Look how busy Diane is here.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, this is what happens when you decide you're going to do a virtual weekend of holiday classes. And Diane's been working diligently on her product. Okay, Diane's wearing the crew neck with the Subway style in the, I don't know what that color is called.
Is it mustard?
It's kind of a mustard.
Yes,
I don't
it's
know
called
what
mustard.
it is called mustard.
Yes.
Okay.
And hers
So-
has the multicolor, which is
She's
nice.
got the multicolor on hers,
Which I didn't
and
know I was ordering, but I'm really glad I did.
she accidentally ordered it, but she loves it.
Yeah.
Chris has the solid color on hers. She's got the all white. And then let's go back to Maggie and Penny back here. All right, Maggie's got the crew neck royal, crew royal,
Yes.
and Penny's got the V-neck. Was it turquoise or?
I think it was teal.
It's teal.
oh, teal.
Same
yeah.
as yours.
Penny's
yep.
wearing teal. That's what I have on too. So Penny, we
twins.
have good taste.
Yes, we do.
Everybody does really because they got them.
Happy place.
All right, now Teresa's our only happy place shirt today. But this is the other design, and it says "My Happy Place, Memory Bound, Ankeny, Iowa," and that comes in crew neck and V-neck. So,
This is a large.
oh yeah, Teresa's wearing a large. Diane has a medium. In case you want to know sizes, they run pretty good. They run really good.
Mine's a large.
Chris has a large.
I washed mine last night, but I don't think it changed it at all.
No, they didn't shrink at all.
No.
I washed mine. I even put it in the dryer for a
They're
while.
really soft.
Yes, they are.
Okay, so that's our shirts. And if you're interested in a shirt, you can go to memorybound.com, and right on our front page, there's a link to the shirt. And if you want the shirts, you go to the link, and they're actually printed by a third party. We don't stock them here at Memory Bound, but the shirts are printed to your order, and then you can choose to have the third party send them to you, or else we will pick them up, aka Doug will go over and get your shirt for you. And then we can send it with your order if you are long distance, or you can pick it up right here at Memory Bound. So, and someone asked yesterday how long they take to get, and Chris, I'm guessing maybe a week. I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
But anyhow, we're all really excited today with our new fashions. You're going to be seeing these a lot.
I'm actually going to order a couple more because I just love the fabric.
They're really comfortable.
And then I don't have to even guess what I'm going to wear that day to work. I can just pull out one of my memory bound shirts
I love
and
it.
be good to go.
And you guys, Chris had a good idea too about what was that called? Where we're gonna
Out and about.
Oh, out and about. So once people get some shirts, we're gonna have an out and about and have you take pictures of your shirt and tell us your shirt that you're wearing, of course, and tell us where you're at, and that's going to be so fun.
Well, yeah, if they tag memory bound, then we get to see it, and because we're not friends individually with everybody, so I just think it would be fun to see where they have it, if they're at the fair or at a crop or at the mall. It doesn't matter.
Or on top of Mount Rushmore.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I guess you wouldn't be on top of Mount Rushmore.
No,
but
I think you get in trouble for that
Yeah,
one.
you might. You might.
Might get in jail. We'll see
Yeah.
them in jail with their shirt on.
Or maybe you're climbing one of those other big mountains that people
Yes.
climb
Yeah,
with
I-
their winter coats on. So open your winter coat. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I think I better stop.
Oh,
This is where
golly.
my husband tells me to stop.
Just stop.
Don't say anymore.
Oh, no, I like it.
All right. Well, Chris, I think what we're going to start out with is Chris's demo, which we mentioned is a new style of card front, and then we're going to see Chris's blue ribbon product and Val's blue ribbon product. So I think, Chris, tell
We're
us what we
ready to
got
go.
today. We're
All
ready. We have a
right.
lot of people here.
Well, as I've said, I don't really have an original thought in my head, so I got on Pinterest and I saw a lady that had taken these giant punches and made two cards just by taking, this is the same piece of paper, just front and back.
Oh, wait.
So-
Okay, there, I'm showing it.
As you can see,
Is that what this is, Chris?
Yes, yep, exactly what that is. And she just took the circle punch, cut out a portion of it, and then you just stick it together. So now, as you can see, this is the main part of my card on this one with the
Oh,
circles.
yes, there's the reverse.
Yes, so you get the reverse look. And how simple to have these in your pile of stock where you might need a birthday card for somebody. This one, I just took our leaf punch, came up away from it, put one leaf in it, and then I was able to change it out. And
So that is is that called maple leaf, or what's that one called, Chris? Chris is looking on the back.
yeah, it's not there.
Well, if you go to punches, if you go to memorybound.com and go to shopping,
Yes, it
and
is
you can
maple
go
leaf.
to punches, and that's the maple leaf, and that's what EK Success calls a large punch. And I love it because this is smooth. I know you're not here to feel it with your fingers, but I'll do it for you. So where she punched out the orange, she took the plaid leaf and just put it right in there.
Right, it's flush, so it's kind of nice. You don't
It's
have any
just different,
dimensional.
yeah.
The same with these. This one I decided to do a little circle punch, and which worked out perfect then for putting Boo in there. We don't have much of this paper left, but I saw this one over there yesterday and I thought it would be adorable. You could punch it out just right and put the kitty coming out the little circles.
Oh, that would be. You
Wouldn't that
could
be
punch
fun?
The circle, the cats.
Yeah,
And then they could be in the circles.
Yep, and we've got ghost paper and other things, but this is the back side of it, so it would look really cute together.
You know what's funny is this isn't related to Halloween or your cards or
Okay.
anything, but Candace, I have to share it, Chris.
Okay.
Candace wore an old memory bound shirt at the fair and had several comments.
Oh, funny.
So just think if you're wearing the new one out, how good it's going to be.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh,
and
how
then we have a
fun.
question. The big circle punch that Chris showed here is 3.5 inches. So there it is right there. And that's a 3.5 inch circle punch.
And then I also used the scallop. Where did I use the scallop?
Here it is.
Oh, thank you. You can see it better on this one maybe. And that's the same size, 3.5 inches.
So that's the scallop circle. I
Yes.
guess what is cool if you're here in person is that it's like one piece because they're flush.
Yep.
Okay, and then we have another question for you, Chris.
Okay.
Let's see. It's back here. Okay, what's the measurement of the big circle? What die is the happy birthday? I believe that's photoplay.
Well, is it photoplay or is it?
It's Say It With Stamps, which is photoplay.
Oh, this one. I'm sorry.
the happy-
Happy birthday. Yes, definitely. It's the
So
photoplay.
that is photoplay, and they have the happy and the birthday, and they are separate, and they also have a stamp set that goes with them.
Would you like me to run over and
Okay.
get it?
We could ring the bell. We have a lot of
I get
people
to ring
here.
the bell?
Chris is ringing the bell.
Even though Penny's right there.
Oh, Penny will help us.
I'm gonna ring the bell.
She wants to ring it anyway.
Yeah.
Penny was already
I
coming,
never
but
get to
she's
ring
ringing
it.
All right. It's fun, isn't it, Penny?
It is. Could you go to Say It With Stamps and get the happy birthday? Thank you so much.
Okay, and then the question is, Chris, this is a 2.5 or 3.5 inch circle.
Correct.
Could you use like a 3 inch or a 2.5 inch, or what? What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, I tried smaller ones and they work, but it just takes a little bit
Oh,
less
okay.
space out. You don't get as
don't
big
have
of a
as big.
bang, I guess.
Now, I think you could also use a die.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So
definitely.
if you don't have a circle punch, get out your dies and you could use that.
Yep,
also.
you sure could. And I bet if you wanted to, you could take one of your square dies, because we've got those nesting squares.
yeah.
You could take a square die and do it
like a
like,
pointy.
yeah, a little pointy thing too.
So this is one of those techniques. Couldn't think of that T word. One of those techniques you can just get creative with and do lots of different things with it, and get out your paper and
Yep.
play around. And you could have, like Chris has got these fronts already, so you could have your fronts already, and then you just add whatever message you need, like happy birthday or happy anniversary or
Yes.
thinking of you. Okay, Kathy's got to leave for work, but she's going to watch later.
Right. Maybe I should save this one. My anniversary is Saturday. I don't have a card made yet.
Oh.
Maybe I should save that.
Save it. Save it.
We do not have the happy birthday right now.
Okay, we don't have these dies, so if it's something that you're interested in, you can let us know and we'll get them coming for
Thank
you
you,
and let
Penny.
you know when they arrive. And Denise says you could use a triangle too. So
Oh, gosh, yeah.
really, Chris, lots of shapes.
Oh yeah. Yep. I mean, just limited by your imagination. So you can. I'd love to see what people come up with.
Well, if you do play around and use this technique, I'm having a really hard time speaking today, Chris, but it'll get better. You can post it in the comments and then we can all see it.
Yeah.
And we would love to.
Oh gosh, yeah. I'm gonna do the scalloped on this one.
Okay.
This one I made a little bigger card like I did this Halloween one.
Okay. So is that 5x7?
Yes. Well, no. 6.5. Yeah,
Oh,
six
it's
and a
bigger.
half
Oh, 6.5 by
by
5?
5.
Okay.
Whatever
Pretty
I had
close.
in my drawer.
Pretty
Yep.
close.
All right.
She had it in her drawer. I love it.
So I put them the way I'm gonna do the card.
Okay.
So I have the stripe behind, the other pattern up front, just so I'm gonna get a nice cut and they'll match up well. I could tape them if I wanted to. I've got my yellow tape. So you could run some tape just on
to
the
keep
corner
'em-
to
keep
keep them
'em
nice
so
and
it's nice and flush.
Yeah, but I just get a good grip on it. And this is a good time when I could have used my oh gosh, what's the new cutter that I bought? The Caterpillar.
Caterpillar?
Because you can cut more than one piece of paper at a time.
Oh.
And so then you know you're getting your papers matched up perfectly, because you can get a 16th, a 32 off of your paper, but
So maybe we're going to learn more about that tomorrow because
Yes.
Diane is here tomorrow with the Caterpillar.
okay,
So you're cutting 2 pieces at the same time.
correct. And I just try to get my point as straight to the bottom as I can. It doesn't have to be exact. And get whatever amount you want and then
Punch.
punch. And sometimes I start the punch and then I flip it over, because these things are,
Oh, there's her little piece.
yep, and then I come,
Okay, now this answers my question, Chris, because
Okay.
I was trying to figure out how you got those circles exactly the same, because I didn't think of you punching them together. And then I was like, well, I was thinking, How does she get these to be exactly
Exactly.
the same? But now I understand.
Yes, do 2 together.
There's like the ladies that have matching shirts on that are on the way to the Scrapbook Expo from Omaha that
Oh.
love to be in the video.
Bring them back. Bring them back.
All right, so then separate them out. And
You kind of keep your pieces of
I try to keep them, yes.
you know what goes where.
And the thing is, with these, you have to kind of play around and see where they match up.
Probably a scalloped is a little trickier.
Well, actually, you would think so, but it's actually a little easier because you can match the scallops. That one, doesn't match. You just have to keep playing with them until you come up with
So you get them lined up.
like this.
Oh, perfect.
And those 2 match up.
So you kind of line them up together before you put them on your paper so that you
Right. So, yeah, so that afterwards I don't go, oh shoot, I don't have the right one.
we don't want that to happen. That is
No.
really pretty.
So then
Is this the new 49 in Market
it is.
Christmas paper?
Yes, right here. Isn't
So
that
that's
gorgeous?
the new Art Options Holiday Wishes paper from 49 in Market.
And then that's the back of it. So I just cut it twice and used this one for my background,
so that
for
is
my
her
card.
mat on
Yep,
her
my
card.
base. Yep. Which I just think that paper is gorgeous. Did you want to say hi to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Do you want to bring your microphone over?
Yes.
All right. We're gonna have an intermission. Remember where we're at, right here, right there, and so come on. All right, ladies.
Come on.
Welcome.
Oh, don't be shy now.
Oh, come on. Look at the, oh my gosh, I love your shirts. All right, so we have, Teresa says we have 3 visitors from,
Four,
or
one's
4.
hiding.
One is shy. One is shy.
Right, we
Rachel's
can,
hiding.
do we need to like hunt her down? So anyway, welcome. And where are you gals from?
Omaha.
Omaha,
They're from Omaha,
and then the shy one is from Lexington.
Lexington,
okay.
like Kentucky?
No, Nebraska.
Oh, Lexington, Nebraska. Okay.
We'll start
All
over
right.
here and then I'll.
Yeah, all right. So anyhow, welcome, and we'd like to know what you're doing. We love your shirts, by the way. Warning, we just got our new shirts today. I love that color.
Isn't that
Warning,
fun?
girls trip in progress. That is really good.
So
So
cute.
tell us, why don't you tell us your name and maybe one of your favorite products and what you're doing in Ankeny, Iowa.
My name's Diana. I love Echo Park paper.
Okay.
And we are in Ankeny because we're headed to Schaumburg, Illinois for the Scrapbook Expo.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, we're probably right on the way, aren't we?
Yes.
Oh my
awesome.
gosh. All right. Well, excellent. Excellent. Oh, and you
headed
love
there.
Echo Park paper, and we're a huge Echo Park. You're going to find it all over, and we're getting a
Yes.
big order tomorrow. But
Oh, man.
but
Maybe
we
stop on
we
your way back.
we have all their we have all that we carry all their products. So so you're at the right place.
Yes, we are.
And have you been here before?
Yes, I have.
All right. So she's been here before.
Awesome.
All right.
I'm Deanna. This is my first time here.
Hi, Deanna. Welcome to Memory Bound. We're so glad you're here.
Yeah.
And everybody on our
favorite
video is
product?
saying, "Welcome to Iowa."
I love it. Favorite product? Paper.
Paper. Well, that covers a
Paper
lot.
hoarder.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
We have a lot of paper hoarder
Yup.
customers, and many of us are the same, aren't we, Chris?
Oh gosh, yeah. If my house catches on fire, it's gone. It's gone. Yep.
Amber says, "Hello, fellow Nebraskans." Okay.
Hi, I'm Patsy,
Hi, Patsy.
and I would have to say Bo Bunny is my
Okay.
favorite.
Bo Bunny's got a lot of cute things
Yeah.
too.
So
Very cute, and they've been around for a long
Long
time.
time,
We've
yep.
been buying Bo Bunny for years.
Well, awesome. Welcome, ladies.
So you're going to the convention then? Is that and that's in Schaumburg, and that's all weekend, or
Friday and
Friday and
Saturday.
Friday and Saturday? Okay.
Just a girls' trip.
Yeah.
Well, Sharon says she's going there also. They love your shirts. Paper hoarder, no way. And Lisa wants you to pick her up on the way. So lots of jealous
don't have
people.
much room.
They got to have room for all their stash. So, well, welcome to Memory Bound. We're so glad you're visiting us today, and enjoy and have a fun weekend. I think a lot of us are jealous. I love that shirt. We might have to look into that for our colors, one of our colors. So enjoy.
pretty.
Thanks, gals. Everybody loves their shirts. Isn't it cool when people show up like
I
that,
love it.
Chris?
Yes.
And coming to Memory Bound, we so appreciate those visits, and it kind of reminds me. Diane says paper collector, not hoarder.
Oh,
So
okay.
there
Yes,
we go.
that's better.
It kind of reminds me of the shop hop that's coming up in October. So
Yes.
we'll have more information on that soon. But if you want to go out and have a little trip, Crafty Friends trip, there's going to be a shop hop in Iowa and Illinois, October 1st to the 15th. And we're going to have more information about that coming up pretty soon, maybe next week.
Do you know what I love when people have, watched us on the video and are familiar with us, and the first time they get to come to the store, they're so excited. And, it's like seeing anything for the first time that, you Mount Rushmore when you first get to see that.
Oh, I know.
Just that excitement of seeing it in person and being here. So I love
It is really fun.
Yep.
And my gosh, this is the best time to visit Memory Bound right now because we are loaded.
Oh my gosh,
Loaded
yep.
with stuff.
Exactly.
Okay, the dates of the shop hop, one more time, they're October 1st through the 15th. And there's 10 stores on the hop. I'm going to call it the hop just
Yeah.
because I think that's kind of cool, Chris. And we'll have more information on that probably next week. They're working on getting passports designed so that we can get them printed and get them to everybody. All right, there's other people going to the same convention, so that's pretty
nice.
cool.
Well, yeah.
Wish it was closer to us, Chris.
I know. I would love to go. I go to Schaumburg for cheer, but I haven't been for
Now you need
a
to combine
pop.
them.
Yes, that would be fun.
All right.
Alrighty.
So this is kind of like, remember the old time days when you watched a TV show and it would be continued to the next week?
Yes.
I feel like that's kind of where we're at. We're now back to part 2
Same
of
time,
our
same
episode. Yes, yes.
Batman.
I say that all the time. I love that
Oh,
phrase. I love it.
Alrighty. I'm going to put this one together. I mean, I don't need to show you how to put both of them together, but we'll just do this one. Keep that to the side. Make sure you keep those pieces together now that you've found the matching
Yes.
pairs. And then I start with the base and I tape it, and with the scalloped one, I go ahead and put a little glue around the scallops just because I want to make sure that that's going to stay down. There we go.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's okay. That's a good idea. I was reading a comment, so I was a little slow.
That's all right.
So that's a good idea to make. That's why this is so smooth and flush. Probably because you're adding that glue.
Yep. And then,
Jan says she loves this.
oh, thank you. Just like any other card that you make, try to get it as centered as you can. And I'm not going to push real hard because I don't want that glue to spill out too much.
And Val says, "Hello, my lovely people." Doesn't that just make you
Yeah,
feel good?
it
Oh my gosh.
does. And then the same thing with these. I try to get the glue so that I know those scallops are going to stay down. I'm doing a really light coat.
Penny, could you see if could you find our ladybug paper? Paper with ladybugs. We've got. We have a question. Somebody's looking for paper with ladybugs on it.
I remember seeing it.
You can have somebody to help you out if you need. Penny's on the trail for the ladybug paper. We had a question why Chris is gluing. And Chris, Jane's watching us now. So hello,
Well,
Jane.
hi,
It was good to
Jane.
see you the other day. Okay.
And then again, yeah, and like I said, I think the scallops might be a little easier.
Then the circle.
Yeah, just because you can get it matched up a little easier. All right, so there you go. Easy, excuse me, easy as that. And then, decorate as you will. I wanted some of my card front to show a little bit, so I made a tag with
Oh, you use the Tim Holtz
Tim
framelits.
Holtz, yep. And
So this is called the Tag Collection from Tim Holtz. And it's really nice because you have little tiny tags and you have medium tags and big tags. And it's a thinlet, so you can use it on any of the die cutting machines. It's $22.99.
on the back of my red paper that I
I'm
used
interested. I can't
for
wait
the
to see
page.
this, Chris.
is this.
Oh, yeah.
So I just used that for my tag. Since I had that paper anyway, I stamped a little message on there. And then I used my luster wax. We've got both gold and silver.
So this is the Sizzix product, and we realized this was not online. So it is now online, but if you type in luster wax, it also comes in a rose gold. I think we just have gold and silver right now, which are kind of the main colors.
But I just,
So let's see if we can get up
can
and see
you
it.
see here around the edge?
Yes.
It just adds
It
so
added
much
a lot to that paper. Okay,
Yeah.
let's get the paper.
Okay.
Here's one.
Oh, thank you, Penny.
There's another one around here somewhere.
You can just
Yeah,
see
now you can
that
really
it really
see it.
adds some dimension to your tag, another layering.
Jan says that paper is a killer. Call the authorities. Okay, now, all right. Well,
Okay,
let's do
you
this,
can
and then
go
we'll
and
go
show
back
that.
to we'll go back to that.
And then, you know, just decide where you want to put it on there. This is just a simple card. I used some
Oh, but it
dimensional
looks
dots.
amazing.
And
It's beautiful.
thank you.
Oh my
Easy as
gosh.
that.
So she cut out a tag and then stamped it in like a gray.
I did. I
Is
used
that
oh golly, what's the gray that?
the gray distress ink?
Yep.
It looks really nice because it's very subtle on that paper. And then she put the silver wax around the edge.
What's
And
the
then
gray
she's got the
ink
little
called?
ring, and
From
that little
Distress.
ring, the little reinforcement,
No.
is on the die. So it's right there on the die.
Hickory smoke.
Hickory smoke. It's hickory smoke. Chris went and looked because both of us were looking at each other, drawing a blank. And what I love about her tag is that red twine, red and white twine at the top. It's really, really neat.
Well, and stuff like that just adds so much
does.
to it.
It does. Chris, I love that.
Thank you.
Very, very cool.
And I mean, I can make a round one. It does the same thing. Do you want me to try this little? I haven't tried this little one, but to me, let me just show them.
It's not going to cut enough of it,
It's
right?
just not. It just
So
cuts
it's
a-
just like
yep.
cutting out a corner.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's great for a slimline card like I did here.
And that's a 1.5 inch.
It sure is.
So these are 1.5 inch circles that she punched. And she did the same thing where she punched it out of both papers and then inserted the piece that she punched out.
Yep. And then I just put score tape on the back of my cardstock to cut out the letters so that I
sure.
didn't have to worry about glue oozing out.
Yeah, that works really, really well. And so she's used some of our Halloween papers, our fall, Christmas. I think this is Vicki Bouton's.
Yes,
New
it sure is.
Christmas. And then she's also used This Is Us, These Days. So she used These Days.
Yep. And this is the same piece of paper. It's just front and back.
Nice contrast.
Yes, they did a beautiful job. I used this one, same thing. You only need one piece of paper.
Right.
But I brought two so you can see what the front and back looked like. This is the Vicki Bouton.
I love that Vicki Bouton. I love
Yes.
it all.
Well, I like
Okay,
any
people
paper.
love this technique. They asked about your stamp set, your Christmas stamp set. If you happen to know if that was Penny Black or
No,
and
this is Tim
just
Holtz.
something. Oh, that's Tim Holtz.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
It was from last year.
Last year. So we might have it. We're going to have somebody look and see.
We can.
What you need?
Would you see if this Tim Holtz stamp set is over there? It's the Christmas. It's got.
Wishing you peace and joy. Okay.
There's several different ones on it, and I can
Is that
bring
the
it
one
in
that
tomorrow.
has like the deer and stuff?
No, it's all words.
It's all words. Okay.
Yep, all words.
And then Amber said, "What if you went along the side and made a scallop with the smaller?
You know,
You could even do that with an edger, maybe. Or
I
what do you
did
think,
that with a
Chris?
piece of white paper on a slim line, and for me, it was just getting the numbers right, because I'm one of those that I have to have it even on both ends.
Right. I get you.
And so it was just figuring out what size card I would need to get the same distance openings on,
Right.
all around.
So if you want to try that, give it a try. There's a lot of things you can do and flip it. I think that's kind of the whole idea here,
Right.
like even with the leaf, where you cut it out and then you flip it.
Exactly. Yep. This one I got red out. Again, I don't need to do it. You guys get the idea of, oh, Maggie's bringing a bunch over.
Find that one.
So this stamp we don't have, but we have
Some other
several
ones.
others that
This
would be good.
nice too.
I love that font.
Yeah, it's a nice cursive.
That's the mini handwritten holidays. Sorry if I can speak. And then we have the mini bold tidings, or bold tidings mini. And then the cozy Christmas has some phrases on it too that they would all fit very nicely on a tag.
Yep, definitely.
So you could do the same type of thing. Oh my gosh. Val says hers would look like the Cookie Monster has eaten it. I love it. I love it. All
But
right.
wouldn't that be fun?
That would be really fun. Well, Chris, are we ready to do your blue ribbon? Thank you for that
yes.
wonderful demo. I think this is such a great technique, and the next time I need a card, this is what I'm going to do.
Fun. Well, good.
I think it's great. Oh, here's the ladybug paper. We have this ladybug paper. It's from Simple Stories Full Bloom. And it's got, I don't know if you can see it. I think you can. It has a pink background, and then it's got the little ladybugs all over. It's super cute. And on the reverse side is the 3x4 cut aparts. And you can call us if you can't find it. We'll be happy to help you. So we have 2 blue ribbon products before we leave today, and one of them is Chris's. So we're gonna head over and check that out. And it's really a product that all of us love.
All right. I kind of stashed my stuff down
Oh,
here.
you did? She was sneaky.
I was. Okay. Mine is score tape. I mean, why wouldn't it be? Look at all those sizes that you can get. I love them. And for the reasons I put, multiple uses
Yep.
and great value. I mean, you get 27 yards, 3/8 inch, and it's $7.29. So, Kelly, you do math.
I do, but I'm not going to do it while I'm videotaping.
All right, fine.
And reading comments and everything else.
Shoot. Okay,
So you like it because it's affordable. It's
Right,
a good value.
yep. And I can use it for a lot of different things. Anything that I make that has moving parts, like the boxes, I use score tape because I know it's going to hold.
And Chris makes a lot of box.
Yes.
She's kind of an engineer.
I brought one of the cards that I had done last year to show score tape in here. Anywhere that's going to move, I score taped.
And why would you use score tape on those parts?
The more you move something, the more chance you have of it coming apart.
So it's
So
stronger.
it's just
going to
strong.
hold really
yeah,
well.
it's going to hold well.
I do love that. I'm
thank you.
remembering that now with all those pretty snowflakes.
Also, now this is not all my score tape, but this is all
is
that
some
will
of
fit
it?
on my caddy. Yes, I keep a reserve.
So she's got one of those stackers, the score tape stackers, which is a great gift for a friend too.
Yes.
And it's $16.99 and
Or 49.
and it's ready. It fits your score tape perfect.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And it's all together, and then you can you don't even really have to take it off to get it.
no,
You can just pull it off.
I just pull it off. It's perfect.
That's not all your score tape.
No, I've got more at home. I was telling Kelly, I keep my remote in the top. Some people would keep scissors. Nope.
or pens or markers.
Yeah,
but
but
Chris's remote control.
I need to know where my remote is.
Oh, I love it.
So that sits on my desk at all times. Also, what I use it for is I will put it on the back of my cardstock, and then I will cut out those itty bitty letters.
Oh yeah.
And that's how small
Chris,
they were.
I love that. They're very skinny.
Yes. if you were to try and do wet glue adhesive,
Oh, I don't think you could.
you would have
I really
it
don't.
all over. So that's why I
And
love my
that's a
score
really
tape.
neat font. And sometimes a font like that, I would think, oh, that looks too hard. But when you've got your
Right.
score tape, the two-sided tape, it makes it a lot easier.
Exactly.
So you can see how Chris took her black cardstock, and then on the back, she's put score tape on the back, and then she die cut it and could just take the letters out. That's really. And I like that you did score tape rocks. I love
because
that.
it does. And then the other thing I like doing with my score tape is foiling, because I don't have the heat foil tool.
Oh, sure.
But sometimes I want to add something to the bottom of a tag or along a card, and all you have to do is pick what width score tape you want. And I used a couple different ones. That might be one. And these are
like
very
half inch.
close together size-wise, but this is what I used. Put it on there, and then I put my foil on top. And I brought some
And
foil.
you burnish it.
Yep. I just use my finger. I use my burnishing tool that we have. You can do it multiple of different ways, but it just adds that little something. Can't you see?
It does, and it's fast and easy.
Oh,
It's why I
exactly.
like it, Chris.
Yep. And we don't always have tons of time to do stuff, so it just adds a lot.
Chris, Janet says Chris rocks.
Oh,
Score
Janet.
tape and Chris rock.
Anyway,
Okay,
whoops.
Chris, if you wanted to try score tape and you'd never used it before, is there a size that you would recommend? Because it comes in up 1/8 to 2.5 inches.
I probably use the 1/4 inch more than I do anything else.
Okay, so if you want to try it and you haven't used it before, Chris would recommend getting the 1/4 inch.
Now, that being said, if you're going to use it to put on the back of your cardstock to cut out letters, then
Oh.
I would go thicker. I would probably go at least 5/8,
Maybe
and maybe even
bigger,
an
maybe an
inch. Because you can line it up, just put multiple strips on the back of your
sure,
cardstock.
you're right. I forgot about that. You can do that.
Yeah, so that's not a big deal. But 1/4 inch, I'll be making a folio sometime in the future, and 1/4 inch is what I used to hook the whole thing together.
Nice for pockets too.
Yes, exactly.
Anything like that.
Yep.
Is really a good strong.
And it holds it.
And we don't carry the red tape because you have to cut it with scissors. What I like about the score tape, Chris, is you could actually tear it with your hands.
Oh,
You
exactly.
can cut it if you want
Yeah.
to, but you can just tear it.
Very seldom do I cut it. Once in a while, like, doing the tag, I put it down and then it was over a little bit.
Oh, and then you
so
trim
I
it
went
off
ahead
to
and
make
trimmed
it
it off.
straight, yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Yep.
But I don't know. Do you want me to show them how to lay the score tape on a tag?
Oh,
And
we could, sure.
just do it real quick and show them how pretty it looks.
Chris is going to give us a little demo. It's like a double demo day.
Yeah. You're stuck
bonus.
with me longer.
Chris score tape. And Melinda made the comment that if you get the bigger one, you can always cut it down to a smaller size. And if you're going to do that, you probably want to cut it, of course, before you take it off the backing. But
Yes. And you can, but it's sticky.
Kind of hard to
and
use.
it's a little harder to cut for me to get a straight. Let's just go ahead and go with.
are we going big?
We're going big. Go big or
so
go
is
home.
that the 1 inch?
This is the 1 inch. It should be. Yep, 1 inch.
I just
have-
love your stacker there, Chris. I
Thanks.
just love it.
It makes me happy.
It-
We have some foil here that we carry, and I'm not sure how many colors, but I just picked a gold because I thought it would show nicely on the black. I made
Oh, it's going to be beautiful.
a tag real quick this morning using. Oh, Kelly.
You know how you get your foot stuck on toilet paper?
Yes.
Well, I had my foot stuck on that bag, but
Oh,
I'm
no.
okay now. Sorry, Chris.
That's all right. Now, I didn't bring my scissors over this morning. And then I just go ahead and I really push it down. Good. And because I don't have pick, there we go.
So you take the back off.
Take the back off, and most of the time I would cut it before I took the back off, but since I didn't have that, I'm just gonna.
Since we don't have scissors here at Memory
Yeah,
Bound.
well, I didn't bring mine. So you want the pretty side up.
That's a good reminder to always put the foil side up.
And then just lay it down. Whoops, that's got a little.
Janet just put a link to the foil that we have at Memory Bound. The one that she's using right now is it's gold, but I don't know what the color is called. Let's see. Gold. It is
Gold.
called gold.
And just use your
So
finger,
you just
whatever.
burnish it with
Yep,
your finger.
I did.
Oh my gosh.
Because and then just.
So then you just peel it off. Ooh, I like it.
And
Oh my gosh.
just as easy as that, and of course you can keep reusing that same
Yeah,
piece.
don't throw your foil
No.
away because you've got a lot of good stuff left there.
But then you could always go ahead and wet emboss in gold. Merry
Yeah.
Christmas or Happy Birthday, whatever.
I love it.
But that just adds so much.
And you didn't have to have a foiling machine or
Exactly.
heat something up. It just worked perfect with the
Yep.
score tape.
So
I love it.
As easy as that.
Super cool, super cool.
Thank you.
All right, so that's blue ribbon number 1. So we've had our t-shirt fashion show. We've shown Chris's new card front design with the punch fronts. We've shown Chris's blue ribbon, and now Chris, we're going to flip,
Alrighty.
and we're going to show Val's blue ribbon. And Val isn't here today. I don't know that she's going to be back during the days again. 'Cause
Oh,
school
school.
started. But we don't want to say that too loudly
No.
in front of our teacher friends. And this is perfect because Val and I actually had this very same, the Misty.
Oh.
And then I picked something else because but we both love the Misty, and that's the most incredible stamping tool invented. And it really is. So I'm going to show how it works. I got a little station set up here, Chris. I don't
Okay.
know where we're going to go, but how about
sorry.
here? Whoops. Oh, Chris and I are, we got our
we're
microphones.
connected.
We connected with our microphones. But
Is it all right? Okay.
I think you're
I
good.
think we're
I
good.
think you're good. Okay, so the Misty, I guess I'll stand back up. It is the most incredible stamp tool invented, and we have 2 sizes right now. This is the regular size, which I'm using today, and it does come in a mini size. And I know Val picked this because she does a lot of stamping. She does a ton of stamping. It also comes in a 12 by 12, a large like scrapbook size, but that size has been on back order for quite some time. So we don't have it right now. We'll get it as soon as it's available. And there's some other pieces to it that I'll show you later, but we're just gonna jump in and do some stamping.
All right.
The one reason why Val likes it, and I do also, is if you have a clear acrylic stamp like these, which are a little bit flatter, or if you have what they call a cling rubber stamp, which are a little bit thicker, they both work because when they designed the Misty, they put in this rubber or this kind of foam
Foamy,
piece, which
yeah.
is a filler. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp with an acrylic stamp. So I need to leave that piece in. And I got my things over here, Val or Chris, that I was
Okay.
I had prepared a couple things.
So a thin stamp, you want the platform. A thick stamp, you do not. Is that correct?
Yes, yep. And it's just a space filler, basically.
Yep.
So the idea of the Misty is we're using magnets to hold down our paper. So I'm going to let's just put this card front in here. And I'm putting my magnets down. And it does come with a bar magnet. It doesn't come with these little ones anymore. Mine's a little bit older. You can get extra magnets if you need to. They're $9.99, and it is a very good idea, or it's a good stocking
Yes.
stuffer. If you just have the bar magnet, you might want to ask for that sometime. And then I have our new stamp set here, Care and Concern stamp that Janet designed for us. And I'm going to show you something cool. This stamp set, Janet designed it so that the sending is perfectly sized so that you could put healing wishes underneath of it, or hugs and prayers. And so she
did a
sized
fantastic
it.
job.
She's amazing.
Yes, she is.
So what we're going to do, is we're going to put this kind of on the bottom of our card front right here, and I'm putting
Okay.
the word sending. I'm doing it upside down, so you'll have to
You're
be
amazing.
You'll have to be patient. It might be a little crooked. And then I have hugs and prayers. So I can line these up where I want them. And hopefully that's somewhat straight. And I'm going to put that right under there. And then I'm going to shut what I always say, shut the front door. And that's got, so now my stamps are stuck to the front door, the front flap. And then, Chris, I brought my archival inks today in my
Awesome.
little
Look at all
containers.
those.
Aren't they just pretty? I am missing one set. The archival inks are from Tim Holtz. They're his distress colors, but they're in the archival formula, so they're permanent. And I have to figure out which set I'm missing, which, nope, it's not that one. So I'm just going to get out a green, and this is Rustic Wilderness. I don't know why I'm getting out green, but I did.
Oh.
And I never did a lot of stamping before the Misty, I will admit it, because things never turned out very well. They were never had a clean stamp.
Right.
Now I'm going to use the Stampendable. It's not required. It's kind of an added bonus.
But it's nice.
And you can see that, ooh, that doesn't really look very good.
No, not heavy
It
enough.
looks really bad. And I did that on purpose, everybody.
Well, yes.
I did it on purpose. So, but my paper's in the same place, my stamp's in the same place, and I have a jiggly bracelet on, so sorry about that. So I can put more ink on it, and then I'm just going to put a little pressure, even pressure with that. And then if I like it, I'm done. I think hugs might need a little more ink. So I'm going to put a little more on my hugs and my G. And then I'm going to go one more time. Isn't it cool how it stays in the same place? And you can stamp again, and you can put two stamps together.
Yes. I can't tell you how many projects of mine ended in the garbage before I got my Misty.
So I could just put, you know, maybe something over here, but that just kind of shows you how easy it is to combine two stamps and how great it's going to work.
It looks great.
Now, I usually mention this when I'm stamping here at Memory Bound, Chris, so I guess I'll say it again. Sorry if you're sick of hearing it, but I usually take my stamps and I put some clear packing tape on the flap right here. I don't know if you can see it.
Yep. we
Because
can.
I find myself looking for things all the time on my desk, even my trimmer.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I do that, and then I don't lose this clear piece because it's stuck with my
Well, I
stamp
think that's a
set.
great tip.
So, okay, then the other thing I want to do is, I want to do one more thing before I take the rubber piece out. It also makes it easy to stamp on your ephemera, or if you have a cut apart, and I didn't have a cut apart today to bring, but I have these little pieces of tags. Well, I guess one of them is a tag from the salvage tags at Tim Holtz. They're $4.99, and you get, I don't know, a whole bunch of 25 tags. And then my other piece is a journal card from Tim Holtz. So
Oh, how
this
nice.
makes it so that I can stamp pretty confidently on these. So I'm going
Okay.
to stick this here, and I'm going to stamp them both at the same time. Which side do I want to use? Oh, I don't know. I think I'll use this side. So I'm sticking those down, and then I'm going to use some stamps from the Memory stamp set. And this is another Memory Bound stamp set. It's $14.99, and this was inspired by Diane. And it was drawn up by Dawn's daughter, Amanda, and it's called Memories. And you've probably seen it in Diane's projects quite often. But I thought I could make these a little bit more personal. And look at, I don't have my
Oh, you don't have
I
it
my
taped
tape
together.
on that one, so I guarantee you I'm probably going to lose it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this word, let's see, I think I'm going to take this word memories, and I want to put it right here. So I'm lining it up where I want it, and then because I've got my Misty, I could stamp my other piece at the same time. And I'm going to do memories over here also. I'm going to run it down the side of this flower.
Very cool.
And then I've got them on there pretty good. So I'll take the front door and I'll close it and pick up my stamps. And I'm going to use a brown archival ink this time. And if I don't like it, I'm going to use black. So I've got the vintage photo, my little vintage photo. And you could use other inks. I just brought these because I think they look really cool in my case.
That's why I bought them, so I could get a case and
So you get a case and
yes,
make them look good.
yes.
All right, so we'll go over those a little bit. And it looks like I could use a little more ink. But isn't it cool that you don't have to worry about if you use a block, and I intended to have a block today to show you if I stamped with a block and you miss something, you just,
You're done.
you really can't go over it again.
Oh my gosh.
So in this one I added the little memories on it. And this one I added memories also, just a different memories.
Those
So
stamps.
I might want to put those.
Now I know this doesn't have anything to do with, what we're talking about, but those stamps really stamp nice.
They do.
Those are awesome.
They do stamp nice. Now see, I have to look for my clear thing because already I'm like. So I'm going to leave this out, Chris, so I'm
Okay.
going to go get a piece of packing tape and hook those together when we're done. All right, so that was the clear acrylic stamps, and I'm so glad Val picked this for her favorite thing. I'm going to take out this filler piece, this
Okay.
piece of foam, because now we're going to use the cling rubber stamps. And I've already stamped the front of this card, so I'm going to add.
That looks like the front of the
Yeah, it does.
Oh, it does.
Yeah,
Teresa just
it
commented
matches.
It looks like the front of our shirts, and it does with the.
It sure
little
does. Come here,
circle.
Teresa. We're going to put it next to Teresa.
Miss Plot.
Yep, it's very
It's
similar.
perfect.
It's very
Yes.
similar. I guess our shirts were inspired by this. All right, so let's put this down with a magnet. And this is the brush strokes from Tim Holtz. I use this a lot. I love it. And then I'm also using Funny Farm, which Teresa mentioned Monday, I guess it was, that was one of her favorite
Yes,
stamp
it
sets.
is.
And I've got this little stamp, this little sheet
She's
that
cute.
says thank you. And this is a thicker stamp, and that's why we don't need the foam, so I'm going to put that on there. And I've already stamped, like I said, the little brush stroke piece, and now I think I should use probably black because I want this to be really bold. And I would probably use, I use a lot of the black archival from Ranger, and the Tim black is very nice
Oh
also.
my gosh.
Isn't that cute?
Yes, it is. Do you
I
know
was-
what color you used for the center?
I do. I use frayed burlap. I'm glad
Okay.
you asked about that.
Because it looks almost gold.
It
I
does.
love how that looks on the cream cardstock.
So there you go.
Look
And
how
we-
cute.
Okay, and I don't even think I said what the big deal was about this. But the big deal was you could put your stamp exactly where you want it, and it's going to stamp in
Right.
that spot.
Yep.
So you could line it up right inside the circle. All right, so let's see what Val has to add to this. You can stamp multiple times to get the perfect image. The grid paper, she mentions the grid paper, which I do have a piece of grid paper in mine, and it comes in tablets. So she likes that because you can line up, like if I wanted to line up my piece, perfectly straight, I could put it on this grid paper.
Yep.
And do that. So she really likes that.
Sometimes I pick a little pencil mark
Yeah,
just
that works
to,
too.
on my grid paper. I use the grid paper, but I put a little pencil mark so I know where I
And
put it.
the grid paper, it's an extra. You don't have to have it. It does have grid on the bottom of your MISTI. I'm
Right.
kind of one of those people, I don't want to get it dirty. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know what
Yep.
I mean?
That's why I own grid paper, because I don't want to get mine
I keep
dirty.
calling Chris Val. I don't know
That's
why.
all right.
Because I'm reading Val. And she does love the Stampendable also because of it giving the even pressure. A lot of people, you see people and they're stamping and they're going like this. And when you have this, you just go like that a little bit. And it's nice and flat, so it's giving you a lot of great pressure.
And
So-
if you're making multiple cards, stamping
Oh,
multiple times,
yes.
it's wonderful
Oh, yes.
to be able to do that.
Okay, let's do that just for ha-has.
Okay.
And then we'll let everybody go. Okay, let's pull off this. We've got this little woe there. So let's say I'm going to make a bunch of cards, and I got to cut this real quick with some scissors. Chris, I'm so happy you mentioned that because a lot of people, they're going to be making their Christmas cards,
Gosh, yes.
and this is a great way to mass produce them.
Now, I want to just add personally, I've never been sorry that I went with the larger of the two.
I would agree with that.
And we realize it's an investment, but
We should tell the prices. We didn't tell the prices, Chris.
the smaller one is $49.99 and the larger,
It's $75.99.
okay. But yeah, if you can, I would go with the larger because you can't make the smaller bigger. You know, it
That's
just
true.
doesn't work.
Well, if you happen to have a large background stamp, sometimes the smaller one isn't very handy.
Right.
Okay, let's say I'm sending a whole bunch of cards. I want to mass produce these cards. Maybe I'm going to do a gift, or maybe this is part of my Christmas card and I'm putting some tinsel around this horse there. So I'm going to put it in my MISTI like we have. And then, now this is where I kind of wish I had a bigger ink pad, because this is a bigger image and these are, you know, kind of small ink pads. And I thought about bringing my jet black and I didn't. So let's see how it is. Oh, pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty
yes.
good. So what you can do is, okay, I'm making 10 of these. So like Chris was saying, you take that one out, put in your next paper, your stamp is still in the same place, and you can mass produce. So like I said, if you're doing your Christmas cards, you can just keep stamping and everything is going to be in the same place. Now that needs a little bit more on the words, and sometimes you don't even have to add more ink, and it gets it for you.
Yep.
So then I could just keep adding and I would have multiples of the same thing.
Exactly, without having to readjust your
Chris,
stamp.
I'm so glad you mentioned that. So that is the MISTI. It's great if you don't stamp because you don't think your stamps don't work well, or you can't stamp very well, but you want to stamp, or maybe you stamp but you want to stamp easier.
Yep.
The MISTI is a great product for that, and thank you, Val, for making it your blue ribbon.
Well, I've heard people with arthritis
Oh,
really like
yeah.
the Stampendable also. Oh,
Yes.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
no,
You were
no,
going to show
no,
this.
No, you're fine. I kind of forgot about this. But this is the sticky mat for the original MISTI. And basically it holds your paper in place.
Okay.
And this was out of stock for a long time. It's $12.99, and you are getting more than one in here. I don't know how many you're getting.
I think they have different grids on them, correct? Different size grids.
Well, let's open it up and see.
Says mic check for Kelly.
Yes, yes, it is. You're right. Thank you, Chris, for knowing our product.
Yep.
Thanks for knowing the product
that's
better
all right.
than me. So you're right. There's 3 of them for $12.99, and they do have your different sizes of grids. Oh, my mic is off.
Uh-oh.
My microphone is off. I hope it wasn't off all the whole time.
Well,
We're
that
doing
was the
MISTI.
first I saw that people were...
All right, so that is our blue ribbon for Val. I've got a huge mess here I got to clean up. Tomorrow, Diana will be here, and she's showing us the Caterpillar trimmer, which, Chris, you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Check out our shirts online if you want to get a Memory Bound t-shirt, and have a super crafty day, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, do I just finish?
Yep.